There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow.
Well, hello again. This is Buck Benny speaking. Welcome to another episode of the Bing Crosby Show. Last week's turned out great. A lot of people were really excited about having the Bing Crosby Show that they can listen to. And so I thought I'd bring you another fantastic episode. His guest this week is Fred Astaire. And I just love when Fred Astaire gets together with Bing. They're both so talented. He's a triple threat in that he, of course, can dance like crazy. He was in, of course, all those films with Ginger Rogers and a whole bunch of different dancing films. But he also had a piece with Bing Crosby, of course, in the 42 movie of Holiday Inn, which is just a perennial classic that everybody loves to watch. And he does a great job acting in that, plus dancing in that and singing, so a little bit of everything. And here we're going to get a chance to hear him singing. It's always interesting to hear him on the radio because it's like he has to lose his number one feature, which is the dancing. But a great episode. We'll also have Teresa Brewer in this, and Teresa Brewer was one of the biggest recording acts of the 1950s. She had like 600 songs that she recorded in the 1950s, everything from country to rock and roll to novelty songs. And here today, first, we're going to start out with Them Their Eyes, sung by Bing Crosby, and then Maria Bonita by Bing Crosby as well. Then we're going to go into some comedy dialogue piece with Bing Crosby and Teresa Brewer. I love Bing doing comedy with his guests. It's my favorite part of the show, probably, along with his singing, of course. And then she's going to sing a song for us. Then he's going to bring out Fred Astaire. They'll do some joking around, have a good time with that. Then we will have, he's going to sing Never Been Kissed Before with Fred Astaire as a duet, I guess. And then the Chesterfield jingle by Bing. And I Apologize by Bing as well. And that'll end out the show. Now, I do have a piece that was written at the time about the show, so I'll read that to you. One of the things Teresa Brewer is known for is a song called Music, 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 and they're going to mention that in this review. So here's a review from that time frame. One great song and dance man meets another on the Bing Crosby Show. It is a reunion between Bing and Fred Astaire, who converse about horses and a fanciful vaudeville routine with that music, music, music gal, Teresa Brewer, to make it a threesome. The gay session of song and chatter includes such current favorites as I Apologize. And that was from the Tampa Bay Times from May 9th, 1951. After the Bing Crosby show's over, we're going to start bringing you the Railroad Hour, and I've got a book on the Railroad Hour by Martin J. Grams and also by Gerald Wilson. And it's a great little book. And tonight's episode is High Button Shoes from May 7th, 1951. This Bing Crosby show is from May 5th, 1951, so it's in the same week. I try and bring you shows from the same week and roughly, in our time frame that we're in, which of course is May. And that episode has Jim Backus on it and Jim Backus is going to play Harrison Floy, but we know Jim Backus better as both Mr. Magoo, Road Hog, the Mr. Magoo, Goofy. And also we know him as, of course, Thurston Howell III off of Gilligan's Island. So it's neat to have him in something. The regular on there is, of course, Gordon MacRae, who's just a wonderful singer and brings us this great program every week. We're going to have the actual High Button Shoes is from a production that was in theaters apparently on October 9th, 1947. So this is just a few years after that they're bringing that to radio. And it was crazy. They would bring a play every week to radio. What an exciting thing. So we'll see if you enjoy that. And tune in, and then next time, join us for more Bing Crosby and his guests. We'll see you next time.
Only one cigarette. Chesterfield gives you mildness plus no unpleasant aftertaste. What every smoker wants.
By Chesterfield, Chesterfield, the one that proves its case. Yes, Chesterfield's a milder, plus no aftertaste.
So open a pack and give 'em a sniff.
Then you'll smoke 'em.
Someone waits for me. This is Ken Carpenter welcoming you to the Bing Crosby Show for Chesterfield, produced and transcribed in Hollywood. The John Scott Trotter and his orchestra, Judd Collins of the Bears, and Bing's guests, Mr. Fred Astaire and Miss Teresa Brewer. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this being Be Kind to Animals Week, we bring you Bing Crosby.
That's sweet. I love it. Thank you, Ken, but you think that's being kind to people?
Well,
huh?
I'm just worrying about animals this week.
Well, I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
What is the tie-in here? How do you justify this? Why me for the Be Kind to Animals Week, huh?
Well, Bing, it's this way. You see, I have an old dog at home,
Yes?
and he just loves your voice.
He does.
He really does.
Does he listen to the program?
Oh, the minute you come on, he's right there in front of the radio.
No kidding.
Yes. Of course, I have to fill the loudspeaker with hamburger, but he's right there in front of the radio.
Well, I don't care how we get him, just so we have listeners, boy.
You know, Bing,
You
my
get
dog...
old Rover right up there, and
He's there.
I'll get a little pard. Put a little pard in
Right
there.
Yes, sir. That'll fix him. You know, Bing, my dog even smokes Chesterfields.
I remember that dog now, yes. He's the one that used to eat Kraft cheese.
That's the one.
Yeah, used to sleep in the Philco.
Yeah. Great company dog.
Yes.
Loyal. True. Well, anyway, Bing, it's wonderful that folks think to give dogs and cats and all animals a break like
You're
this.
darn right it is. I mean that seriously. It certainly is. Now, Ken, to get on to the opening selection, we have a little thing here called Them Their Eyes. I sang this in the Coconut Grove in 1896, I think. John Scott, let's go, huh? I fell in love with you first time I looked into them their eyes. You got a certain little cute way of flirting with them their eyes. They make me feel so happy, they make me blue. No stalling, I'm falling, going in a big way for sweet little you. My heart is jumping, you sure started something with them there eyes. You'd better watch 'em if you're wise. They sparkle, they bubble, they're gonna get you in a whole lot of trouble. You're overworking 'em, there's danger lurking in them there eyes.
I fell in love with you first time I looked into them their eyes. You've got a certain little cute way of flirting with them their eyes. They make me feel so happy, they make me blue. No stalling, no falling, going in a great big way for you.
My heart is jumping, you sure started something with
them
there eyes. You'd better watch 'em if you're wise. Hey, they sparkle, they bubble, they're going to get you in a whole pack of trouble. You're overworking 'em, there's danger lurking in them there eyes.
Bing and Kid.
Well, you're more than kind. Ken.
Really
you
great.
are.
Well, it's not just being kind, Bing. I just happen to like the way you sing, just as I also happen to like the way you sell milder Chesterfields.
And without further ado, I will sell them.
Good.
Friends, only one cigarette, Chesterfield, gives you mildness plus no unpleasant aftertaste. And that's what every smoker wants.
1,539 tobacco growers say Chesterfields are milder, and they show you how to prove it. They say Chesterfield's right combination of the world's best tobaccos smells milder and smokes milder.
Now, let me tell you what modern science and research says. There's only one cigarette which leaves no unpleasant aftertaste. That cigarette is Chesterfield.
Now, every smoker wants a milder cigarette, and every smoker after smoking wants no unpleasant aftertaste. Only Chesterfield gives you both, and that's more for your money than any other cigarette can give you.
But you can prove that yourself for the price of one pack. Yes, that's all it comes down to. Just the price of a pack of Chesterfields to prove Chesterfield is the best cigarette for you. I'm a great fan of Agustin Lara, the Mexican composer. Here's a song he wrote as a waltz. We do it as a rumba. The stars were low over Mexico, and my heart beat so when I saw you, Maria Bonita.
Maria Bonita.
The moon was high when she passed me by. I could feel that I was in love with Maria Bonita.
Maria, Maria, Maria.
It was that night in the pale moonlight when I held her tight and I asked her to be mine forever. Since then I've never been lonely. Her reply was that she was my one and only Maria Bonita.
And all that night in the pale moonlight when I held her tight and I asked her to be mine forever. Since then I've never been lonely, for her reply was that she was my one and only Maria Bonita, Bonita.
The stars were low over Mexico, and my heart beat so when I saw you, Maria Bonita.
Maria Bonita.
The moon was high when she passed me by. I could feel that I was in love with Maria Bonita.
Maria, Maria, Maria.
It was that night in the pale moonlight when I held her tight and I asked her to be mine forever.
Be mine, be mine, be
Since then I've never been lonely. Her reply was that she was my one and only Maria Bonita. Maria, Maria Bonita. Gracias. Mil gracias, señoras and señores. Now to present our first guest, we're going to usher in here a petite, pert young lady with big brown eyes. People say I'm colorblind. They're so silly. This girl sings quite a song, Brown Eyes or No, because I caught her at Ciro's out in the Sunset Strip a couple of weeks ago, and she fractured the people out here, and I thought you folks would like to hear her. She happens to be the young lady whose recording of Music, Music, Music was such a smash hit last season. I have reference to Miss Teresa Brewer.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to welcome you to the Chesterfield program, Teresa. This is going to be a little high for you, isn't it?
Yes.
You're just a little E-flat girl, aren't you? Well, now you just relax and make yourself right at home. I want to get the microphone, everything's just right for you.
Well, I haven't done much radio work, and I'm
No?
a little nervous.
Oh, Teresa. Don't let radio frighten you. Radio's had it. It's groggy. It's just laying there. It can't hurt anybody.
Really?
No. Now, if this were television, that would be something to be frightened about.
Oh, television is wonderful.
I tell you, these kids nowadays are fearless, aren't they? You got a song for us? What is it going to be?
Yes. How could you believe me when I said I loved you when you know I've been a liar all my life?
I guess those big brown eyes just fooled me. Ladies and gentlemen, the Liar song is from the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer picture Royal Wedding, starring Fred Astaire, Jane Powell, and Peter Lawford. Well, that's that. We got MGM's credit in before Fred Astaire even got here.
It's Fred Astaire going to be on the program?
Yes, Teresa, that's right.
Gee, you sure meet important people around here.
Isn't that true? This is the veritable crosswords of the world, Teresa. This is the veritable crossroads of the world, Teresa. Hollywood and Vine, you know. Now, if you excuse me, I'll place you in the capable hands of Mr. Trotter and his excellent musical ensemble.
How could I believe you when you said you love me when I know you've been a liar all your life? You've had that reputation since you were a youth. I must have been insane to think you'd tell me the truth. How could I believe you when you said we'd marry when I know you'd rather hang than have a wife? You know you said I'll make you mine. You sure knew that I would go for that old line. How could I believe you when you said you love me when I know you've been a liar? Nothing but a liar. You dark-eyed cheating liar. Said you would love me long and never would do me wrong, and you'd be so faithful and true. Oh, baby, I must be loony to trust a lower than low two-timer like you. You said I'd have everything, a beautiful diamond ring, a car and a mink coat too. Oh, I was naive to ever believe a full of baloney phony like you. How about the time you went to Indiana? You were lying, you were down in Alabama. You said you had some business you had to complete. What you were doing, baby, you're a cat to repeat. How about the evening you were with your mother? You were rapping with your mother, honey lamb. To think you swore our love was real. But baby, wait, let's not forget that you're a heel. How could I believe you when you said you love me when I know you've been a liar? Nothing but a liar. Oh, you dark-eyed cheating liar.
Isn't that wonderful? And Gary has to be in San Jose. Got Lenny here. A lot of Lenny's League. Well, that was wonderful, Teresa Brewer. You got more kick than Brewer's yeast, didn't you? Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present my pal, my very dear friend, Mr. Fred Astaire.
Thank you, Bing. Thank you. Bing, I don't like to start right off with a complaint, and
Complaint? You've got a little beef
I
here?
appreciate the warmth and friendliness of your introduction, but
Yeah.
I do think in introducing me, you should have told the people what I do. After all, this isn't television.
Fred, everybody knows what you do. You dance with Yolanda. Say, Fred? No?
I've switched partners, Bing. I'm now dancing with Mrs. Arthur Murray.
Oh, what a couple you must be. That's what I like about you folks in the dancing business, Fred. There's no jealousy. You're all well behaved, and you all get along so well together.
Well, we don't like to step on each other's toes.
I see.
But, Bing, enough of my problems. What about you?
Yeah, what about me?
Well, when I was your guest in January, all of the United States, Canada, Alaska, the Hawaiian Islands, and South America were paying tribute to you.
Yeah.
It was your 20th anniversary in show business, and you had been acclaimed Mr. Music.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what are you now?
Nothing. Sic transit gloria, Fred. Fame is fleeting.
Oh, anyway, Bing, in January, you were the public's hero. There were parades, bands were playing, ticker tape was thrown from windows.
Ah, yes.
And people cheered. Your name was on everybody's lips. The whole country was in an uproar.
Now, Fred, what are you getting at?
Simply this, Crosby. That Mr. Music stuff took the edge off General MacArthur's reception.
Oh, Fred, you jest.
What else?
Now, look here, I want to tell you something. Before we go any further, and just to show you I can turn the other cheek, I want to tell you how much I enjoyed your new picture, Royal Pudding. I mean, Royal Wedding.
Royal...
We got a great audience in the band, Fred. A nice audience here, too.
Royal Pudding is my next one.
Well, regarding your current one, Fred, I want you to know that I'm a very good customer of yours. I went to the theater 3 times. I paid 3 admissions when Royal Wedding was playing at Beverly Hills.
Oh, 3 times? You must have enjoyed it.
Well, I finally did. The 3rd time I stayed awake.
Oh, gee, Bing. I never fall asleep during your pictures. Of course, I have to crunch my popcorn pretty loud and...
That's where I made my mistake, Fred. You know, when I slept through your picture, you know what happened? Instead of buying popcorn in the lobby, I went for a cup of Ovaltine. Woke up with a sweeper.
Anyhow, Bing, I'm glad you finally saw my picture.
I certainly did.
Speaking of pictures, have you seen the Lemon Drop Kid?
Oh, Bob Hope's picture. Oh, yes. I got a nice soft load seat for that one.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
Well, it's just this gimp, Fred. It isn't very form-fitting. It's a bad angle you're getting me. I'm really not so adipose any longer. But regarding the Lemon Drop Kid, I'm glad to report that I napped through that one without the aid of Ovaltine. I needed nothing.
I didn't. Oh, I didn't. And I don't like to be catty, Bing, but I'd like to say something about the Lemon Drop Kid.
Well, speak freely. Speak out.
Well, Hope plays the part of a racetrack tout, Bing, and he gives people phony tips on horses, and he chisels money from a pretty blonde.
That's the story of his life.
Oh, well, if it's true, I guess it's all right.
Certainly. Say, speaking of racehorses, Fred, how are your horses doing?
My horses always do all right.
Inferring that mine don't, I presume?
Well, that's the story of your life.
I'd sure like to know how to get a hold of a good racehorse.
Well, in order to do that, you must first know what has 4 legs and runs.
Fred, I know what has 4 legs and runs.
What?
2 girls wearing nylon hose.
Oh, no.
But Fred, we shouldn't bicker. No kidding. I invited you down here for a definite reason. You know what I want to do? This has long been a heartfelt desire of mine. I'd like to do a vaudeville act with you. I want you to be my partner.
Well, what do you need with me? You've got Gary.
No, he's all right, but I want this to be a flashy dance act.
Well, then why do I need you?
Well, Fred, we're going to do some songs and some jokes, too.
Where are we going to get jokes?
Well, we got that one we just pulled, that smasher about the 4 legs and the nylon hose.
That one, yeah.
That's a 5-minute laugh in some sections, you know?
Just so you say it. I'm not going.
I wished I hadn't. Now, tell you what. We'll throw our act together. We'll get something whipped up, and we'll break it in at the Palladium in London.
Well, let's play safe and try the act out in Oxnard.
Oh, no. Oxnard folks are here. The bus is in, huh? No, Fred, we don't want to stop for any small time. The big thing now for everybody is to play Europe. We've got to book the Palladium.
Well, if we're going to do a vaudeville act, we got to get some billing.
Yeah, how do we bill this act? It shouldn't be simple. Something like Bing Crosby and Associate.
That would be all right, only my name doesn't happen to be Associate.
I've got here. How about Bing and Fred? What more can be said?
You keep putting your name first.
Alphabetical. You know. Of course, if you got a better idea, I'd be receptive. I'd listen.
Well, how's this for billing? Fred and Bing, better than the Thing.
It's a little modest, don't you think? A little too reticent. How about Crosby and Astaire? Such talent is rare.
Rare?
Sure, rare.
Well, let's face it, Bing. We've been kicking around long enough to be well done.
Well, let's make it medium rare, then.
Okay. But I can't understand why you want to get a vaudeville act together and play Great Britain.
Fred, don't you see? This is our golden opportunity. If we're a hit over there, we'll make a triumphal return to New York City.
What happens
Well,
then?
in New York, you know what happens? We reach the very epitome, the very top in show business.
We do?
Yes, we do a guest shot on Bob Hope's television show. Oh, we got a few jokes. Fred, you can dance. Now what we need is a good comedy song.
Mm-hmm.
Say, there's a new one out now, Fred. Freddie Martin's got a wonderful record on it called Never Been Kissed. You know that number, Fred? Have you heard it?
Well, I guess I know it as well as you do.
Then we're in pretty bad shape. John Scott, would you mind giving a couple of vaudeville boys a little rehearsal here? Oh, I know a gal who's a treat to the eye.
The boys always whistle when she passes by.
She's out every night,
Not a night has she missed.
and her mother says that she's never been kissed. Never been kissed, never been kissed. It's hard to believe, but she's never been kissed.
One night she went out for a row on the lake. The guy she was with dropped the oars by mistake. They drifted for hours before they were missed, but still she insists that she's never been kissed.
Never been kissed, never been kissed. It's hard to believe that she's never been kissed. A wealthy young man took a liking to her. He gave her some presents of jewelry and fur, including a diamond as big as your fist. Yet she'll take an oath that she's never been kissed. Never been kissed, never been kissed. It's hard to believe that she's never been kissed.
Now there's a new book they're all talking about called Lessons in Love. You have read it, no doubt. I hear that it just made the bestseller list. Well, it's written by her, and she's never been kissed.
Never been kissed, never been kissed. It's hard to believe that she's never been kissed. She married the best catch in town, by the way, and said to the girls as she threw her bouquet, just keep the boys guessing, always insist that you are a girl who has never been kissed. The end of this story is sad, and here's why. I saw her today with a tear in her eye. I asked her the reason why she was so blue, and the answer she gave me we'll pass on to you. Never been kissed, never been kissed. She married a man who has never been kissed. Fred, thank you. Thank you. You were very effective. Very effective.
Say, Bing, that new book we've been telling the folks about, Tobacco Land USA, is the greatest thing I've seen.
Oh, it's a great book, all right, Ken. That's why every smoker ought to read it.
Looking over my copy again last night, I noticed that right about now, throughout the South, they're setting out tobacco seedlings for this year's crop.
Friends, you know, you too can be an expert on tobacco. Just by sending for your copy. You drop a penny postcard to Chesterfield, Box 21, New York 8, New York. That's Chesterfield, Box 21, New York 8, New York.
And when you read Tobacco Land USA, the 14th edition, you'll understand why Chesterfield is the best cigarette for you to smoke.
Remember those world-famous Chesterfield ABCs whenever you buy cigarettes. They mean more today than ever before. A, always milder. B, better tasting. And C, cooler smoking.
And only Chesterfield gives you this big plus, the biggest plus in smoking. They leave no unpleasant aftertaste. So remember to ABC, folks. Always buy Chesterfield.
The only cigarette that gives you mildness plus no unpleasant aftertaste.
Buy Chesterfield, Chesterfield, the one that proves its case. Yes, Chesterfields are milder, milder, plus no aftertaste.
So open a pack and give 'em a sniff.
Then you'll smoke 'em.
Well, here's a song, folks, that I recorded some years ago with the Dorsey Boys. I see it's being revived. if I told a lie, if I made you cry when I said goodbye. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, dear. I apologize if I've caused you pain. I know that I'm to blame. Must have been insane, believe me. From the bottom of my heart, dear, I apologize. I realize I've been unfair to you. Please let me make amends. Don't say that you forgot the love we knew. After all, we were more than friends. If I've made you blue, I've had heartaches too. Now I beg of you, forgive me. From the bottom of my heart, dear, I apologize. Made you blue, I've had heartaches too. Now I beg of you, forgive me. From the bottom of my heart, dear, I apologize. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now my thanks to Teresa Brewer and to Fred Astaire for joining us this evening.
Thank you, Bing. I loved it. Who's with you next week?
Next week, Fred, well, now, you're not going to believe this, but this is the gospel, Fred. I have absolutely no idea who's going to be with us next week. Nobody tells me anything. Confusion reigns.
Oh, that ought to be a wonderful show.
Exactly. Can't tell, it might be one of our best, Fred, and thank you for coming down tonight.
Folks, this Sunday is Mother's Day. Mother's everybody's best girl, so naturally she deserves the best. That's Chesterfield's in the wonderful new gift carton.
Yes, it's all prettied up for Mom and ready for you to write your own greeting. Between now and Sunday, you'll find it at your favorite Chesterfield dealer. Remember, for Mother's Day and any day, it's Chesterfield.
The Bing Crosby Show, presented by Chesterfield, was produced and transcribed in Hollywood by Bill Morrow and Murdo McKenzie. And I've just got a flash that Bing's guests next week will be the mighty Burl Ives and the very talented Cass County Boys.
Show train.
Tonight, the Association of American Railroads presents the nostalgic Broadway musical High Button Shoes, starring Gordon MacRae and his guest star, Margaret Whiting. Our choir is under the direction of Norman Luboff, and our music is prepared and conducted by Carmen Dragon. Yes, tonight another great musical success is brought to you by the American Railroads, the same railroads that bring you most of the food you eat, the clothes you wear, the fuel you burn, and all the other things you use in your daily life. And now, here is our star, Gordon MacRae.
Thank you, Mama Miller, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, sir, tonight, a lovely memory of the days of hobbled skirts and mandolins and high-button shoes. Margaret Whiting is Mama Longstreet, and I'm the fortunate Papa Longstreet in one of the most charming musicals. And here's High Button Shoes.
Papa,
Yes, dear?
listen to what they're playing on the radio. That wonderful old polka we used to dance to way back in 1913.
You know, I guess they're bringing back all the old songs, Mama.
Papa, dance with me.
Oh, now, Sarah, you know I've got two left feet.
Oh, you're a good dancer, Papa. You know that. Now, please, just once around the living room for old time's sake.
I'd fall apart.
Oh, please, Papa. Papa, won't you dance with me? Oh, dance with me. Please dance with me. Papa, take a chance with me and dance with me tonight. And when you whirl me round and round, we'll go right off the ground. We'll go around and round, we'll go. And when we hear the trombone sliding high, we'll both be gliding high up to the sky. I love the polka pie. Why won't you dance with me? Oh, dance with me. Please dance with me. When you hold me tight. Oh, Papa, won't you dance with me? Tonight.
Well, maybe a few hobbles, Mama.
That's my old fella.
You're as light as a feather, Mama. But you know, I remember this more as a waltz. Way back there in 1913.
Yes, it was a sort of a waltz.
And I remember you had a white dress that rustled as we danced, Sarah. And you were the most beautiful girl in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
And I remember how you took me out in the veranda of the dance pavilion. You sang to me, Henry, the loveliest song. It made me cry.
You're my girl, the boys all know. You're my girl, I've told them so. You should have seen how their faces fell when they were wishing me well. They called me a lucky guy, and I couldn't hide that feeling inside. You're my girl, I've chosen you to be mine, my whole life through. And if this heart of mine had a voice, you'd hear it second my choice. You're what I
Henry, that's so romantic. You're the last word in 1913 Romeos.
You know something, Sarah? If I weren't in training, I'd kiss you.
I know, Henry, but wouldn't you break training for me?
Well, Rutgers expects every man to do his duty.
Yes, but only on the football field.
Oh, excuse me, Miss Sarah. Hope I'm not breaking anything up.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Floyd. You know Henry Longstreet, Mr. Harrison Floyd.
Oh, to be sure. Hi. Just thought I'd check with you about our date tomorrow, Miss Sarah, our little jaunt to the country.
Date?
Yes, it's going to be a combination picnic and real estate sale.
And what real estate are you selling?
That acreage that Miss Sarah Spokes own way out at the end of town. A little salesmanship, and we'll get rid of that swamp. I mean, that lovely tract in no time.
Oh, how sweet of you to help my father, Mr. Floyd.
Anything for a beautiful, beautiful lady. Ta-ta. See you tomorrow.
You didn't tell me you were going on a picnic with that con man.
Well, he's a very nice gentleman, and besides, you're in training.
But, Sarah, we get Sundays off. Why, I could even kiss you tomorrow. Right smack on the picnic.
Well, then come on along, Henry. It'll be good for you. Get away, get away, get away for a day in the country. Find a spot near a shady lagoon. Nature's waiting around to commune. By the way, if you're bothered by cares and pursuits, spend some hours amongst the flowers. You'll find they do wonders for you. Get away for a day in the country, and you may stay a week or two.
Get away, get away, get away for a day in the country.
Find a spot near a shady lagoon. Nature's waiting around to commune.
By the way, if you're bothered by cares and pursuits,
Spend some hours amongst the flowers. You'll find they do wonders for you. Get away for a day in the country, and you may stay a week or two. Get away, get away, get away for a day in the country.
Find a spot near a shady lagoon.
Nature's waiting around to commune.
By the way, if you're bothered by cares and pursuits,
Spend some hours amongst the flowers.
you'll find they do wonders for you. Get away for a day in the country,
You may stay a week or two
or 3,
or 4.
or maybe more.
Maybe more.
Get away for a day in the country, and you may stay a week or more. Oh, this is the loveliest picnic I've ever been to in my life.
So step right up, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself a parcel of land, which is the last word in 1913 subdivision. It's going up, up, up. And remember, there aren't many spots left.
Oh, isn't this thrilling, Henry? Just everybody in New Brunswick is buying the property.
I don't know, honey. I don't trust that Floyd guy.
But I'm collecting all the money right here in this little black bag. Mr. Floyd appointed me treasurer of the new development.
Well, I just don't like all these developing so fast.
Oh, excuse me, little lady. If you'll just hand me that little black bag, we'll count up our receipts.
Well, certainly, Mr. Floyd.
I'll be right back. Ta-ta.
You shouldn't have done that, Sarah.
Why, Henry Longstreet, Mr. Floyd is honest as the day is long.
Well, I have a feeling that this is one of the shortest days in the year.
Hold everything. This whole deal is a big swindle.
Swindle?
I just walked down to where I was going to build my house, and I fell in. You're the treasurer, young lady. Now, where's our money?
Mr. Floyd's counting it.
Counting it nothing. I just saw him heading out of town.
Which way?
In the direction of Atlantic City.
Well, let's go. We got to catch that big crook. You remember that day, Mama?
Oh, I don't think I'll ever forget it, Papa. You know, even if he was a crook, I always kind of liked Harrison.
Harrison? Since when do you call him by his first name?
Papa, that was 38 years ago.
Well, I don't like you calling him by his first name.
Why, Papa, you're jealous.
Yes, Mama. I guess I am.
Time has treated our love kindly, for I still adore you blindly. There can never be another love for me. I still get jealous when they look at you. I may not show it, but I do. It's more than I can bear when they start to stare. Yes, they think you're too good to be true. I still get jealous when we kiss goodnight. Unless you hold me extra tight. And if I know a secret you didn't know I knew, I still get jealous 'cause it pleases you.
Our flame should have died out gently. Still it's burning, not judgmentally. There can never be another love for me. I still get jealous when they look at you.
Remember the time you winked at a guy and I got the punch in the eye?
I may not show it, but I do.
Why can't you flirt with the guys that are small instead of the guys that are tall?
It's worse than I can bear.
Inside?
When they start to stare.
My pride.
Guess they think you're too good to be
A man that
true.
marries the homelier kind settles for peace of mind.
I'm jealous when we kiss goodnight.
Your kisses are sweet. I like them a lot. They're worth all the troubles I've got.
Unless you hold me extra tight.
I'm as jealous as can be. I wish you would flirt with me.
And dear, I know a secret you didn't know I knew. I still get jealous 'cause it pleases you.
We'll return for the second act of High Button Shoes in just a moment. When you watch a freight train go by, made up of cars from many different railroads, all put together in one train, you are seeing America's primary transportation at work. Those cars may have come from anywhere in the country. They may be going anywhere on the continent. But wherever they started from and wherever they are going, any one of them can be moved over the tracks and in the trains of any railroad. That's one familiar feature of the amazingly flexible network of America's basic transportation system. And here's another. It is a system which is accustomed to meeting emergencies and doing so with its own resources. It is organized to make prompt repairs when there is any break in service, and while repairs are being made, to use alternative rail routes around the location of breaks caused by floods, washouts, landslides, or other trouble. And this readiness extends to damage from enemy bombs, if such a thing should ever come to pass in this country, as well as to damage from the forces of nature. This ability of railroads to keep running despite great damage was clearly demonstrated during the war in both Great Britain and Germany. And here's still another thing to remember about railroads and emergency. The fact that railroad trains are moved under organized control not as part of a movement on highways, which might be choked with a rush of vehicles individually operated and largely uncontrollable. These railroads are America's prime dependence for the overwhelming bulk of all its intercity transportation. They carry almost twice as many ton miles of intercity freight traffic as all other transportation agencies combined, and nearly 6 times as much as is carried by all motor trucks in intercity service. Each one of us has a stake in the health and strength and the continued readiness of these essential railroads to meet national needs. For valuable and useful as other kinds of transportation are, the continued operation of them all depends upon the continued service of America's #1 transportation, the American railroads. Now, here is Act 2 of High Button Shoes, starring Gordon MacRae as Henry Longstreet and Margaret Whiting as Sarah.
It's funny, isn't it, Sarah, how a tune and one turn around the living room with you in my arms brings back all the old days?
Well, how did we used to dance this, Papa?
Well, a little farther apart. And you had to be energetic to do it in this tempo. Remember? We always slowed it up to a waltz.
That's nicer. I love you, Papa.
I love you, Mama.
To me, Papa, you were always Rudolph Valentino and Milton Sills and Raymond Navarro all rolled into one.
Oh, Mama.
And in my dreams, you used to climb into my window with a knife in your teeth, and we'd dance a wild tango together.
Mama, slow up. Hey, Peter Bear. I haven't felt this out of breath since that day we chased Mr. Harrison Floyd all over Atlantic City. You remember, Mama?
Nobody will ever forget that Sunday when Mr. Floyd ran off with a little black bag full of our money. That chase was like a two-reel silent movie.
On a Sunday by the sea, oh, you're sure to see much me and me. Swimming, splashing, isn't it grand? And the food tastes so much better 'cause it's covered with sand. With the someone you adore, there's a lot that you can do by the shore. Roll up all the punch, pack a basket lunch, 'cause the water is free. It's the one place to be on a Sunday by the sea.
There's your man, officer. There's Floyd. Get him. He went into the bathhouse. Oh, he's out of the bathhouse. He's underneath the bathhouse. He's on top of the bathhouse. I got him. No. Police officer, here's your man.
Don't let me go.
Harrison Floyd, the international con.
All right, come along quietly now. All right, arrest me and I'll never buy another ticket to Policeman's Ball.
Now, just a minute, officer. Floyd, where's all the money? Where's that little black bag?
I haven't the remotest idea what you're talking about. Now, all right, officer, you drag me to prison, but remember, this will cost you your pension.
Henry, what are we going to do? My father and I'll have to make good every cent of this swindle.
Oh, now, don't worry, honey. Everything will work out.
Oh, how could I be so deceived about that con man?
Well, everybody makes mistakes, honey. He offered you the glamour and excitement of a big city life. All I can offer is small-town excitement and a lot of plain old-fashioned love. That is, if you can see yourself in love with me. Can't you just see yourself in a gingham gown? Little pink ribbons tied in your hair. Sitting there
there by my side when we ride to town. Folks will turn around. Oh, how they'll stare. Can't you just see yourself on the porch with me, watching a show the stars give for free? One little word can do it, so say the word, and we'll have dozens of chicks, a house in the sticks, where people are glad to be known as hicks. Can't you just see yourself in love with me?
I can just see myself in a gingham gown, little pink ribbons tied in my hair, sitting there by your side when we ride to town. Folks will turn around. Oh, how they'll stare.
Can't you just see yourself on the porch with me, watching a show the stars give for free? One little word can do it, so say the word, and we'll have dozens of chicks, a house in the sticks, where people are glad to be known as hicks. Can't you just see yourself in love with me?
Oh, Henry, quick. Let's go back to New Brunswick.
My father sent me to old Rutgers and resolved that I should be a man. And so
Graduation day. Golly, Henry, are you excited about getting out of Rutgers?
By a strange coincidence, this is the day that Harrison Floyd graduates from the New Jersey State Penitentiary.
You're both getting out at the same time.
Greetings, everybody.
Floyd. Well, you certainly got a lot of nerve coming here.
My commencement was earlier than yours. Oh, kids, I brought you a present.
Why, Mr. Floyd, the little black bag. Where was it?
Buried in the property. I had to wait for low tide to dig it up. Oh. Hope you don't mind a few wet $100 bills.
Don't tell me you're going straight.
I tell you, my boy, an honest heart beats beneath this celluloid shirt front. And to prove it to you, I'm going to give you two a chance to double the money in this little black bag.
Oh, really, Mr. Floyd?
I happen to be in on the ground floor of one of the longest established old-line gold brick manufacturing companies in the Western Hemisphere. Charlatan and Son.
Gold bricks. Gee, that sounds like a wonderful investment.
Now, wait a minute, Sarah. Hold it, Floyd. We don't want anything to do with your crooked schemes. Sarah and I have an appointment with the Justice of the Peace. So you get moving, Floyd.
All right. I know when I'm not wanted. Well, that leaves me with nothing to do but hook up my high-button shoes and hit the road.
Remember that, Mama?
Oh, how could I ever forget, Papa?
Well, I forgot how wonderfully you danced, Mama.
1913. Those were the good old days.
These are the good new days, Mama. You mind my saying I think you're still the prettiest girl in New Brunswick?
Papa.
Yeah. I might even be persuaded to say that you're the prettiest girl in New Jersey. And the best part of it is that
You're my girl, I've chosen you to be mine my whole life through. And if this heart of mine had a voice, you'd hear it second my choice. You're what I've waited for, and you're my girl.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Margaret Whiting will return in just a moment. And our thanks to Jim Backus, who was Harrison Floy, and to all the members of our company. High Button Shoes, with music and lyrics by Sammy Kahn and Julie Stein, and book by Stephen Longstreet, was dramatized for the Railroad Hour by Lawrence and Lee. The Railroad Hour is brought to you each week at this time by the American Railroads. And now, a word from Marvin Miller.
Thank you, Gordon. To date, thousands of our listeners have requested their free copy of the attractive new 32-page Railroad Hour booklet. What's more, many have written to tell how highly they value this souvenir, with its fascinating pictures and life stories of our stars and cast. If you haven't yet done so, write tonight for your free copy. The address is the Railroad Hour, Transportation Building, Washington 6, D.C. That's the Railroad Hour, Transportation Building, Washington 6, D.C. And now here are Gordon MacRae and Margaret Whiting.
Gordon, wasn't it fun going back to the good old days?
Well, I don't know if they were so good, Maggie. You realize that in 1913 there was no radio, no talking pictures? Why, they didn't even have television.
What do you suppose people did with their time back then?
Well, there was nothing to do but sit in the back porch swing with your girl and... back porch swing with
Gordon.
Well, maybe those good old days weren't so bad after all, Maggie.
Well, who are you singing love songs to next week, Gordon?
Mimi Benzel will be our guest for Sigmund Romberg's Nina Rosa.
Well, I'll cat whisker you on my crystal set.
Good night, Maggie. You were wonderful.
Good night.
All aboard?
Well, sir, it looks as though we're ready to pull out. And so until next week, this is Gordon MacRae saying goodbye.
Gordon MacRae can currently be seen starring in Warner Brothers' West Point story. Margaret Whiting can be heard on The Tide Show. Our choir is under the direction of Norman Luboff, and our music is prepared and conducted by Carmen Dragon. Until next week, this is Marvin Miller saying goodbye for the American Railroads. And now stay tuned for your Monday night of music on NBC.